This week, some rumours have been circulating about Sony's soon-to-be-announced new flagship APS-C camera, and so far everything is suggesting that it's going to be pretty interesting. After spending a little bit of time sifting through the various rumour sites and reports online, here is basically what the internet is suggesting the specs of this new camera are going to look like. Firstly, let's clear up what this camera is going to be called. So, sources close to Sony state that the camera will not follow the standard naming system. So although technically this new camera will strip the current A6600 of its flagship title, the new camera will not be called the A6700 apparently, which is something everyone was expecting. No, instead it's suggested that it's going to be called, wait for it, the A6900. Of course it's going to be the A6900. Because you know, Sony's camera naming system could do with just being a little bit more confusing to first-time buyers. Nice one, Sony. More evidence that potentially backs up the claims that this new camera is just on the horizon is that in the last few days, Sony have officially discontinued both the A6300 and the 6500, which has likely been done in order to trim down Sony's already pretty extensive roster of APS-C cameras and clear the way for a brand new release. In terms of body design, the rumours are suggesting that it's going to share a very similar look to the A7C, but obviously with just an APS-C sized chip inside. So that potentially means that it'll include some of the same hardware as well, including the same 2.36 million EVF, the 922K LCD rear flippy tilty screen that everyone loves, and also the same new menu system. Though there are a number of other rumour sites suggesting that both the screen and the EVF could see minor improvements to bring them more up to date, and the button layout on the rear of the camera may also be adjusted too. Now, because the camera has a smaller chip than the A7C, it's suggested that this new A6900 will both be smaller and lighter than the A7C and also the current A6600, and will be marketed specifically as a vlogging camera with a vastly improved in-body image stabilization system to help you gain super steady footage without the need for a gimbal. Now, if this is true, this is definitely good news for vloggers who are most likely going to want to travel light, so if you can bin off the gimbal, fantastic. And it will also mean that you can shoot handheld or holding the camera out at arm's length and still be able to get super steady shots. Inside, this camera is going to have a brand new 32 megapixel APS-C XMOR sensor, which will make it the highest resolution crop sensor camera in Sony's lineup, seeing as pretty much all of the other cameras available at the moment feature a 24 megapixel chip. Although burst mode will be capped at 11 frames per second, which is the same as the current A6600, it will be able to do this whilst churning out full 32 megapixel images, which is quite a nice feature. And they're also suggesting that the low light performance of this camera will be improved upon too, despite Sony cramming an additional 8 megapixels onto the small crop sensor. When it comes to revealing what this camera can do in video mode, I've got to admit the details are thinner than Donald Trump's hairline, though there are suggestions that Sony have made efforts to reduce the effects of rolling shutter. The only other information that I could find online states that the video specs will be very close to that of the A7C. So that would mean it will be able to capture 4K footage at up to 30 frames per second, as well as 1080p video at up to 120 frames per second, though it's still very unclear at this point as to whether this would be 8-bit or 10-bit footage, or 422 or 420. Personally, I think it's very likely that this camera will offer 10-bit over 8-bit, as 10-bit is very quickly becoming the standard now for new camera releases these days. So if Sony did opt to go for the 8-bit, I think they would be doing themselves a disservice with this camera. Though honestly, my real hope for this camera is that Sony can at least bump up the 4K recordings to 60 frames per second so that we're able to capture some sweet 4K slow-mo footage. That would be just awesome. But hey, maybe that's just me wishful thinking. So the all-important question is, how much is this thing gonna cost? Well, seeing as Sony have apparently just stolen most of the specs and camera design straight from the blueprint of the A7C, it'll be no surprise that apparently the price is going to be the exact same as the A7C as well. So around £1,899 or $1,799 at launch. Now, all of that sounds very exciting, but I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Tom, rumour sites are usually full of bullshit, and you're not wrong. So why am I making this video? Well, the thing that makes these rumours exciting is that apparently we won't need to wait too long to find out if they're actually true or not, because supposedly Sony are due to make the official announcement within the next 2 weeks. So be sure to keep your eyes open for the big reveal towards the end of May, or at the very least, if that doesn't pan out and we don't hear anything, then be sure to come back here in 2 weeks' time and tell me in the comments section below just how full of shit I am. Cheers.